video, we're going to go over the basics of Tunisian crochet. Tunisian crochet can be daunting to some people because of all the loops that are on that one needle. I equate it to knitting with one needle. Simple as that. Now, there are some basics you're going to need to know prior to learning Tunisian. Pretty much it's regular crochet chain. How to create a chain in regular crochet, because it's the exact same as you do it in Tunisian. Now, you can do Tunisian with different types of needles. You don't need to go out and go spend hundreds of dollars on a really cool Tunisian needle set. When I first started, I started with a regular crochet needle. Yes, your product is only so wide, but you know what? You get the basic idea of what Tunisian is. Now, it does throw you for a little bit of a loop with a regular crochet needle because you have to watch out for your tension because of this bump right here. Now, you can get some needles that don't have this bump, and you could do this. And you can make long strips and then stitch them together, and you can make a throw, a blanket, what have you. Or, you know, you can go to one of the big box stores, the orange and white store, HL, and I know they carry the long Afghan needles. Off the top of my head, I do not know how much they are, but they carry these, and they also carry them where they're double-ended, which is like this, but they're the same size on each end, and those are used for in the round. But we'll get into that down the road. These are pretty cheap, or if you actually have a Tunisian set, you know, you can use your cable, which is great because you can actually take this off and add another cable to it, put the stopper on, and you can make a queen size blanket, king size blanket, or you know, what's even bigger. You know, you can do a whole carpet if you wanted to. But with these Afghan needles, your product was still going to come out, you know, fairly decently small. Well, not small. It's great to get your practice on, to see if this is something that you want to do. If you want to do Tunisian crochet, get something like this or use a regular crochet needle, and you can build up and learn the stitches and determine then, hey, this is something I like. Because there is a lot of stitches for Tunisian crochet, just like there is for regular crochet. You know, there is a knit stitch, there's a weave, there's a honeycomb, there's bubbles. So there's a lot you can do with Tunisian. The downside to Tunisian is, as you can see, you're only building up so much. And it's not a lot, not like double or triple crochet. Or I think it's bigger, even bigger. It's about the size of single crochet. And it uses about 30 to 50% more yarn per project. But as you can see, look at that. Look how close that is. And this is a stitch we're going to learn. This is going to be your first basic stitch you're going to learn. And look how, just look at that. You know, you don't get many holes like regular crochet would. And I have made throws with that stitch, and they are the warmest throws I've ever made. I have used knit stitch for socks. I've got this scarf right here is knit stitch. That scarf right there is the simple stitch. So this hat back here is knit stitch. I just made that just because I wanted to make something. So there is a lot of different stitches you can do. Now, again, Tunisian is daunting to some. So don't jump into this project thinking, oh, I've got this handled. More than likely you don't. And I'm here to help you with that. So don't take that the wrong way. I jumped into this 8 years ago thinking, oh, I can do this. Boy, was I wrong. But I learned a lot. And I have done a lot with it. You can do, like I said, you can do anything with Tunisian. Anything. You can make ear warmers, beanies, slouchy hats, Grafgans, and I've made quite a few Grafgans. But with that being said, let's learn our very first stitch, which is going to be your basic chain. And you need to know your basic chain in order to learn Tunisian. So with that being said, let's stitch it. But let's start with a basic slip stitch. Now, I don't do all these fancy, weird slip stitches. My slip stitch is pretty simple. You go, wrap, pull through, and up top, pinch it, weave under, and then pull through. And guess what? You have a knot. Tighten it up, boom. Now we're going to do 20 chains. I'm going to do these really slow so you can see how to do a chain. Now, like I said, I hold my tension different than everybody else, so, you know, we'll go with that. You'll hold the way you feel comfortable. Now, you take your needle and you go under the yarn. So basically, you're wrapping over. Twist your needle so you hook the yarn and you pull through. Boom. Guess what? You just made one chain. Let's do that again. There goes 2. There goes 3. There goes 4. There goes 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. There goes 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. So that's your chain of 20. Now we will be going on this in the next video when we start teaching a new stitch for our weekly stitch along. I will be posting other videos of other projects that we could crochet together. But for this video, I just wanted to get the basics down because you're gonna, with most Tunisian stitches, you're actually not gonna work through the loops. You're gonna work through the back. And remember, if you need to practice on your chain, remember, you count the ones you pull through. Don't count what's on your loop or on your hook, but count what you have pulled through. Those are chains. So, and like I said, with Tunisian, we actually work through the back. And I will be showing you that in the next video when we start doing the next stitch. With that being said, thank you, have a good day, and keep stitching.